Hey everyone. So I know that the lighting's bad. So continuing uh about people some wanting to be a nomad. Um Here's the thing. A nice new RV runs 80 to 100 and some thou. Now you can buy a little pull behind for 16, 17,000. Okay, and then you have the issue of where to park it. Um and actually they some campgrounds are 5 to 700 a month. Now most of the time that includes, all of your utilities, your sewer, water, and electric. But I have seen campgrounds that charge 500 a month and don't cover your electric. So, and then there's those. Oh, and I want to bring up. So I was watching Casey Roman uh the other day, and she showed where at the campground she was at, her sewer spewed. Well, anyway, funny thing, because the day before that I had the same thing happen to me. Um, I had, you know, put the hoses together because mine's like hers. You have two different connections. So for your black tank, I have to add another hose. Well, I didn't have it twisted on real good. And when I pulled the handle, it spewed everywhere. So I tried to close it, and I only got it like halfway closed. So I slowed the stream down. Thank God I had on my big, long rubber gloves, um, because I had to get those two hoses hooked together. Well, needless to say, I did still have somewhat of a mess. I had to take hot uh, Dawn dish liquid out there, the antibacterial dish liquid, and pour it out there on the ground some, and then take my hose and clean it up. But, so, this is not the life of luxury, let me tell you. For most people cannot afford a really nice rig, so they ended up buying used, and you get hoodooed and screwed like I did. They had it looking like it was decent, and if you don't know what you're looking for, it's easy to get screwed. And that's what happened to me. Uh, if you don't look in the cabinets along the upper walls, um, like I said, they can cover things up. Paint it nice and bright. You wouldn't even know that the wall's bad there. Especially if they got stuff in front of it or on it, whatever. Um, I did climb up here and look at the roof, and it didn't appear to be that bad. Well, it was. Um, there's some really bad people out there that will take advantage. So then you end up with a rig that is, not really that great or that good. And that's why you're seeing all these nomads on the road broke down all the time. And they don't have the money to fix them. Because they can be quite expensive. And so your choices in what you choose to buy and what you're going to live in, you got to be really careful with. Um, so, like I said, and if you're going to go boondocking, well, you can't boondock too good in a big old RV. And then you got the people that's forced into the lifestyle. Um, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not saying, for those who want to be a nomad, someday they'll go buy an old van, might need some work. You can do it over time. But for the most part, you're going to end up in some kind of trouble down the road. Um, it's not that easy of a life. And for the people that's pushed into it, that just can't plainly afford to rent somewhere, especially the elderly and the disabled. I mean, you see 70-year-olds out there doing this lifestyle, and it's because you simply cannot afford to pay rent and utilities somewhere on what you get a month on your Social Security. Now, I'm not doing this so that anybody feels sorry for me or send me anything. Look, that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing this to show everyone just how hard it is and why people end up in their vehicles. And I'm not going to say that I might not. But supposedly, and I'm putting this out there, and again, I was watching Camo Dave the other day, and he said, don't put no information out there that you don't want other people to talk about. And he's right. He's absolutely right about that. Now me, I've always been straight up front, straightforward. I don't bullshit around, and I really don't care. If I get criticism, then I get criticism. That's just the way it is. But I don't know. I might have to go over this in a continuation of this video because I'm probably fixing to run out of space. All right. Well, I'll come back and explain why some were forced into the lifestyle. All right.